Hey everyone, happy Saturday. I'm Miss Mist. Thank you for the dancing bears. How are you doing today? So, I've been working on a little bit of interior just where we've got some of the bits and bobs. Hi Ali, thank you for the meow. So, let's turn that off for a second. So, since last stream, we've got a little bit of a lava farm because been working on. We've been making Christmas houses. That's awesome. So we now have the hallway. Ignore the light blocks. I will fix those eventually. The villagers have now been moved into here. I plan to put either shulkers above them or double chests above them with resources. So they moved from along there where they were untidy. My chest monster from outside has been moved. It's in here. So this is going to be a tiny storage room. Nothing big, just something to be tidy. And the plan is to do... Hi Zappy. Thank you. Yeah. So the plan is to do a tiny melon and pumpkin farm in these two side rooms. And we have a moss farm that's working away. I had to remove the roof bit there because it's a lot taller than I thought it was. So we currently have moss coming all over the place, apparently. I'm going to need to change those, I think, to solid blocks just there. So let's... It's not a very fast one, but it's doing... Yeah. So in here we'll end up with moss. In here we're ending up with bone blocks. Oh, it was a tutorial kind of jobby. I'm not good with farms. We all know that, so at the moment I'm just figuring out this entranceway and then we'll move on to the farm. Farms in that room and that room. And we also need to figure out a nether tunnel. Right, so, you would go there maybe. And we're going to use... I'm going to break up the walls a little bit. It's not fantastic, it kind of runs into it, but... We have... It would be nice if I could get these to go around the corner so I could then just do there. I don't think they can, which is a shame. Now we need some doors. Okay. So I am tempted to switch that. No, not to you, silly. So it's nice they can go back to back. Oh, you can make some nice interior walls with that. Technically a farmhouse. Yeah. Yeah. Need to bend them like the stairs, yeah. Maybe. Let's have a look. See if it works, Ali. Oops, wrong one. Not sure. I could always do a decorative block here instead. Get that out. Let's not waste. Let's use something I don't mind losing. It's going to be hidden. We'll sort out that in a second. Actually, I'm going to need to have it visible. Okay, so let's take that out. Go up an extra block. And we can just put it in the corner, and you're right, we can do that with that stair. And to make it... Ooh, I wonder. Let's try that. That way it kind of looks the same. Yeah, the log I think works better. Let's see about these two. Okay, we need some more trapdoors. Let's go get some more trapdoors. We need to move this as well and put it in its own room. Go. And that gives me 20. That's plenty. I've still got the jungle trapdoors to put on the other side of those glowstone. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I've done the top levels that we did last time. I just haven't pulled them down yet to here. But I put the pale oak, and we have some pale oak. So, growing. What I want to do is put a garden wall around the place too. Lots and lots of plans. Let's go. Now, did I do a double stack on the other? I think I did. I want to do that staircase the same as the one over here. I did, yes. Means I need to change those blocks there as well. And these. I can put in the same. Different colour. Same kind of format for the entrance holes. Right, so... It's a shame you can't double edge these things. I'm not as keen of having that sticking out either. Okay, let's move over. Come on. At the moment, the moss farm isn't doing much because it's filling up the bone meal parts of it, so that the dispensers are full. Once it's finished doing that, we should begin to get some bone meal. I mean, some moss and some bones. Right, so if we do the same in these corners. I do apologise. Okay. Nope. Need to move it out. And I do have scaffolding in my inventory. Why I'm not using it, I don't know. We're early days, so I don't want to use too many of these solid ones. Strip logs. Okay, and I was going to put... We were working on here when I got myself distracted. We'll do that. Put the doors in there. Okay. And then we've just got the entranceway into here. Right, so now that we've got that kind of looking reasonable, we will grab what I need to deal with this farm. I want to put the wood away. No doubt we'll come back and grab it. Terracottas. I started stripping out the trial chamber, so we have a whole bunch of that, so we can try and figure out a nether tunnel. Something simple and not too complicated. But we need to go grab some ice before we do that. I was going to do the farms, which means I need the redstone bits, which means I need pistons. IDMC, how are you doing? Squirrel, another squirrel. Rhino, happy Saturday. And thank you for the resub. 46 months, what can you say? So, I want redstone bits. My redstone bits are all over the place. We need to trade, I think, for some redstone dust. We've only got a couple of bits. Have we got any dirt is a question. Sand, gravel. Where did I put the dirt and grass? Because it's a tiny room, there's stuff all over the place. Here we go. Dirt. So we're going to need more pistons. Means we need wood. We need cobblestone. I believe at some point this evening the city should start resetting in the end. We're not going to talk about the Shulker monster. That's your portal. Yeah, I I got tired of the chest monster because my chest monster was all out here by the portal. I got really tired of it, so I put it in a small storage room. Bless it. Nothing major, but at least it's a bit of something. Right, so we want that, we want that. I want the emeralds. Now, where did I put the emeralds? Not sure we need those. Droppers and dispensers. Where are you? Yeah, I've got bits all over the place and I don't know where things are at the moment. Not really. How's your build prep work going? Or have you already started it? Okay. Looks like I've actually used all my emeralds. Okay, that's fine. We can trade from what? You need to build a temp storage, yeah. Well, this is just the starter base, so it's only little bits of this and little bits of that. Trying to get some resources together because when I eventually get an elytra, I've got to go hunting for a large jungle biome. I decided to use a jungle biome because of the green grass, but it needs to be a 600 by 600 minimum. Let's put you there. Have you? I'm not sure why you're not resetting. The toolsmith bench is right next to you. You're a weaponsmith. You're a toolsmith. Okay, let's. I'm going to try blocking it in a bit and see if that helps any. Because so far he's not resetting himself. Right. So I wanted emeralds to get redstone dust. How did you work? Not yet. Okay, how's the light level down there? I think we'll stick a torch in there just in case. And we'll block you in for a while. I should start looking in the next week or so. We got resetting ends. It's just that the server went through 300 end cities in the first 48 hours, so it was pretty much picked clean. Now the end cities start resetting this evening at some point, in which case sometime over the next few days I can go into the end and see about finding a city and get an elytra, so then I can start hunting. But I also need to grab rockets at that point too. Right, so we have cobblestone, we have that. We want pistons. So how many pistons? That's 19. Not sure if that's going to be enough or not. We're going to need crafters. We'll need a lot of blocks being put over the void to find a boat, yeah. It's going to be one. It is going to be one of those walking around kind of things and looking. It's a crafter. I'm going to need a second crafter, aren't I? Second crafter. Is iron, copper. Okay, so we need to give another iron. Make a crafting bench. I can never remember recipes, so. And then we need some melons, and there's pumpkin seeds. We have some melons and we have some more pumpkins, so that's plenty. Hi Gashel. Yeah, once they start resetting, you're going back out to get more. If you have the time, that'd be fantastic, but if you don't worry about it. I will make my way around and sort it out. It's not a massive deal, if you know what I mean, to spend a few hours trying to locate something. Okay, so let's right. Observers next. Yeah, observers next to. Oh, so I'm too far forward. I need to go too far back. Although maybe not. Because there should be a block behind the observer, which would then mean redstone dust here. It's nothing special. Just say yes. It's like I say, it's not a big deal to go around and get them, because there's lots of new players who are struggling at the moment. So whereas I know I can get one eventually, it's not a big deal if I end up waiting. Let's put, you're a solid block, so let's replace you. Right, so dust. And we go piston. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is here. Okay. I'm thinking about water streams. We'll figure it out. Right. Which means does it? I think it all needs to be dirt, doesn't it? Kind of. I am not good at redstone, so you will all have to fit all farms. Ty and Doobie are planning on it. You need to go collect your shulk attack so Grey doesn't haunt you. Yep. Law was very generous and gave me a shulker of shulker shells. Bless him. He asked me to meet him at spawn and didn't say why, and law being law. So they'll be put to good use for the... Right. So if you're there, then if we have you as water... you need to ask him if you can use his farm for a bit. Get a box for yourself, yeah. If you're struggling, let me know. You could. I'm more than happy to share. Right, let's sort out this end here. I'm putting these in, and things may get. Right, so let's see. So that for that for that. Which means that one's for this one. In which case, I want you to disappear. Because I'm going to need a water chute going upwards to then fill in some storage on this side. So we're going to need soil for that corner. Not soil, soul sand. I always forget soil doesn't make a bubble vapor. Oh, we have some netherite. Well, I went into the resource world to get some quartz. And while I was looking for quartz, I came across netherite. Not that I ever use it. Nope, wrong place. No point cluttering my inventory up. I may as well use that. And then I don't have any half slabs on me. I'm going to need that to be ice, and then we'll sort out the water. Like I say, it's not going to be a big farm, just a tiny one. Find 2 pieces of debris digging your nether tunnel. Oh, that's cool. It was a nice surprise. Yeah. I want the ice. I got some ice from around the spawners in the trial chamber. So I haven't had to go hunting for ice yet. 4 pieces of you. We want some half slabs, which we should have plenty of. Here we go. Because of all that section I put out of the roof of the first floor. Come on. Right. No. That's not going to work. You're going to have to change that. The ice is going to have to go here. With a half slab. I need more water. Sorry, I'm doing my backwards and forwards trick again. I made a bunch of buckets and I couldn't find them. Even though my storage room is tiny. There's a bucket. I made about 12 or 13 of the things. I can find 3. 4. Probably going to need another bucket full, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to need to grab another bucket. I need it to go around the corner, so I'm going to have to make that one short as well. We also need the hoe. Oh. Oh. There we go. Here's some buckets. Just looking in the wrong chest. What can you say? I was thinking of making 2 moss farms, one for pale and one for the normal moss. There would have just been room, but I wouldn't have been able to put the staircase in. I need to sort that out. Okay, let's do that while I'm thinking about it. We've got blocks floating around. That's what you did. That's cool. This was a tutorial. I want solid blocks. And I don't need you, so you can go away. I don't need the iron, so that can go away. That can go there. Let's go fix the moss farm. I kept trying to put the shulker loader in and trying to put the crafter in and then into a shulker loader, but it's just way too big. There really isn't enough space, so I would have preferred these to go into a shulker loader, but instead now I need to be careful. That should theoretically fix that. Because it comes along this edge and I'm thinking it's falling out. Originally I was going to switch the walls, but then I was thinking water everywhere on my redstone would not be a good thing. almost to our first full shulker. How many's in the one next to it? Yep. Yeah, there would have been 1 block between them and 2 blocks extra here if I'd put them side by side. And we want you. You're going to push it out, which means you're the one that needs to be the block. Ooh, this isn't going to be good. That's not going to work there. I need to fix this. It's going to the water column's going to have to go up in the wall. Ooh, which is going to be a problem for you. How do I fix this then? Water column will have to go up here instead. That's okay, because this wall will be a double wall anyway, with a different block here for decorating this side. Which means you would be back to that. And then you would need to come out. Wait a second, just going to take those out so I've got room to play with. Now let's remove you and let's see how far you go. Go to here. Okay. And you would be there. And you'd come round here to here. And you'd be ice with a half slab and a block. And hopefully it would go underneath there. Leave myself a bit of space for the moment so I can get in and out. Pumpkins. There's only 7, but hey, could be a lot worse. Going to have to do that. We need the observers. I need to make a bunch of observers. Because of course I do. We also need to move these bits, like I said, into their own rooms. Okay, so quartz. What do we need for observers? Cobblestone, okay. Right, you can go there. That gives me 7, and we've only got 7 plants. Hey, Ultimate Billy. I am having a good day. It's a bank holiday. Hi, Empty Head. Yeah, I'm having a it's a bank holiday weekend, so no work on Monday. Well, that's not going to work. Goes the other way. Let's see if I can get it to place. Oof. Up. Okay. I'm gonna have to mess about. We'll just rebuild this wall. Observers. Well, you're not right. Hi, Kiwi. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. So I'm going to knock these out and these out, just so I can get in and out. So, I want the block. That. That gets our wall back in place. I'm tempted to put glass on top of here as well. I need to put a light block in somewhere. I know what we'll do. That's a simple fix. And that should give us plenty of we need glass. Yep. Under the floor, yeah, would have maybe done. Because they're half slabs. But it's a starter house, so it's not as nice as it should be. And I wanted glass. cook away a few while we're working on the next bit. That way, hopefully, everything goes where it needs to do. I'm a bit worried about these blocks. Maybe I should change those to signs. Yeah, we'll change those to signs. That way it can't land on it. It may land on the ice, but then hopefully when the next pumpkin comes along, it'll pick it up. Your starter house is non-existent, pretty much. You spent most of your time in the entertainment district. Oh, it's kind of cool. Like I say, it's all a matter of what you want to do. I knew I wasn't going to be able to find the location I want because I was still trying to figure out what to build this season. But I'm pretty sure on what I'm going to build now. What am I here for? I came here for something. Oh yeah, I was going to replace those with signs. That's what it was. Brain dysfunction. The main focus is the Grand Casino and getting it up and running with a variety of games. Well then, there's nothing wrong with you not bothering with a starter and just doing that. Because it's where you need it to be. Let's, the thing is, I need the pale moss farm for the build. I need quartz for the build, but I also need to sort out a bunch of other stuff as well. And underneath us we have the yeah, it does sound like it's going to be fun for him. Right. So that'll do that. Oh, that's yeah. I messed up a couple of them. What can I say? Wrong direction. It happens. Right, so it should go around into there. I'm going to put a temporary block here that I will fix just so I know it's temporary and that there's going to be water behind it. I don't know what I'm decorating that room as yet. Which means it needs to turn the corner here. This block's hidden, so it doesn't matter. What I need to do is I need some stairs. Yeah, we can use green terracotta. I have a bit more in the terracotta chest. There we go. You're right. I should keep it as it should be. And then I'd need that. So let's put you away. Where was the dirt? It was over here, wasn't it? We'll go there for the minute. We have 26 of you. You're not going to be enough. We do have you. There's about 9 stacks in there. I need to make a bunch of hoppers. Ooh. Put some light in here as well. That way I don't get anything spawning. You're okay from there. The water will come up there. Just using these as a temp block. Then the water will come around here. Over the top of some that should do it. Okay, we'll do one more and then we'll come in. So that needs to be a layer of hoppers. Do I do double chests or single chests? If I do double chests, I've got one row to walk down. It isn't too bad. It's not brilliant, but it's not too bad. At least there's space. Hoppers. Iron. And doing, we still need more. Okay. Now I need chests to put these things in. We'll deal with the water afterwards. Right, so eight, so 16 will be enough for the top layer, which is fine. So I'll worry about putting the rest of them in afterwards. In fact, I may only come down 3 or 4 rows and then I've got space underneath. We'll see. I need water. This has been my problem with building the farms this week, backwards and forwards. Your happy gas just floated up and peeked over the hill where you was sorting your shulkers and scared the heck out of you. Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, bless. Put you away. Put you away. Don't need the droppers after all. Droppers, dispensers. Iron can go away for the minute. I was looking for water. We've got an infinite water source outside. I want to move these farms inside as well. The trees are going to be the only difficulty. But we might make them a feature of the garden for the house. Okay, okay, you can go here. That way we have a nice house with the mess inside hiding in the rooms. Okay, looks like server is restarting, so it'll be about 2 minutes. Yeah. At least we're high enough up to do that. Yeah, it's supposed to be soon, sometime today. I don't know what time. Which is good. But yeah, having I think a lot of players, especially new players, are looking forward to having the resetting end cities. I think it's going to be a busy day in the end again today for that. That way they get a chance of grabbing some elytra, which is really cool. How are we doing? 53 seconds. Yeah, probably around noon tango time, which is what, another hour or so? So maybe at the next restart kind of thing. Maybe. Is what I'm thinking. But it is what it is. Push comes to shove, I guess I could always build over an ocean again. Because there seems to be a lot of water on this map. World, I should say. But I'd sooner not. Because I like the green of the jungle. The grass, that is. Missing the corner. So we need to put a roof on. I'm going to leave that one block for the moment. Right. I usually, it's easy. It does, but it is not a case of that, Miss Mist. It's a case of having a set time to work from. So if everybody knows it's Tango's time, we can work from that. We were debating that, but you don't have the skills needed to make an island. You got lucky and find some amazing terrain. Oh, that's cool. That's in the wrong place. Apologies for the bobbing up and down. I want this side, thank you. So, I should have brought another block. We'll use you. I'm going to need more water. To allow it to come round here. Then round the corner. So, wouldn't soil, water column, and it probably would be, but I don't have kelp and I don't have a lot of bone meal at the moment because we're in the first 2 weeks of the server. So I'm still low on some resources, and thank you for the follow, Porcus Divinus. But I've only just got a moss farm up and running today. So bone meal is still not in plentiful supply for my build yet. So we started the house, what, a week and a bit ago, when not long after the service started for this season. Okay, so skelly spawners. I don't have a skelly spawner. I have a zombie spawner, I think, underneath the base. I also have the trial chamber, but not a zombie. Though thinking about that, I could probably have used the skellies that spawn in the cold areas because they're in the trial chamber. I want you water. I want another temp block. Yeah, it's still very much early season. Vertical mob farm 40 with drop shoot. Oh, that's cool. To kill chamber. That sounds fantastic. At the moment, I repair mine with trading with villagers. Right, so if you're there, I'm going to need you to come round the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'd be the 8. We're going to have to make this a little bit shorter than I would like. That's not going to work either, is it? Okay, so gotta figure something else out. Will it work like that? How visible is that block? Okay. It's okay. Like I said, this is those blocks will change to whatever block I use for decorating this section of the house. It's kind of hidden. I want... That's what I want. I want some white terracotta. Let's go raid our bone blocks. Not that we have many. How are we doing with that? Almost to our first full shortcut. Really should eat. So once we've got this room sorted, we will start trying to figure out how we're going to deal with our nether tunnel. That's the next on the list. I'm not worried about the melon, because I will figure the melon out. We're going to have to put a crafter on the melon. We got you. Let's go white dye. Plenty of those. I should have grabbed some more dark oak as well. To leave that, because the stair needs to go around the corner. Oh, hitting the F key. Oh, no wonder I'm not reaching it. Right, so we need 3 more stairs. We can finish the roof off. If I can only pick one thing about Minecraft, oh, as in what I like to do the best, that's building. As in my favourite block, cyan concrete. And I want you. Oh, I've got stairs. I was going to make stairs and I've got a stack. Grab you as well. Don't need you. I don't need the green. You don't need the redstone. Building though is my favourite thing to do. But yeah. So yeah. If it's going to be anything, it would be building. I'm a builder, not a redstoner or anything else. Building is my thing. I'm not keen on dealing with mobs, etc. Because I'm not good with them. Go rescue that in a minute. In. I really miss Swift Sneak. It was surprising how quickly I got used to it last season. You can manage simple redstone builds sometimes. Yeah, I'm not good with redstone. It's just not my thing. Tutorials, that's fine. So we're okay for like levels in here. And the roof's okay. So basically at some point I just need to fill in this. I wonder... I was wondering about whether or not I should put some stripped logs to separate this out. But we'll worry about that another time. Took you ages to get used to Swift Snake. You spent years building without it. Oh yeah, exactly. It didn't take me long to get used to it because when you're building, it's a case it really came in handy. Glass. Where would I? Let's put the glass with the sand for the moment. Let's put the bucket over here. The wood can go away. Redstoney stuff. Lighting. Dyes. Terracotta. Tough bricks. Tools. Don't actually need to keep my fortune pick on me. That can go in there. Let's head down to the trial chamber to grab some of the resources from there. Have a bunch in shulkers just sitting there waiting for me to pick them up. The copper and so on. I need to finish terraforming, bringing this land down. But to do that, I need to grab some more dirt / grass. So we have aged, normal cut, more brick, have lanterns, fine, we'll leave you there and we can leave you there. Where's the posh one? Oh, the posh ones I took back up there, didn't I? Okay, so let's grab this empty shulker. Because I've got the first room out and part of the second room out of the trial chamber. But there's still a lot of it more to strip out. There's no way you could have built the quad nether perimeter without it between the outer gas wall and the concrete void box. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I do find it, like I say, I was surprised. Last season was the first season I used Swift Sneak. I'm not sure if it only, I think it came out, but it took a while before, after it came out before I used it. And I do miss it. Excuse me. Right. So we're going to need a stone cutter. Can't remember if it is cobble or stone, or maybe smooth stone. Nope. These recipes, I don't always remember them off the top of the head. Right. You look at 1,250 chunks of never that season. That's a lot of digging out. Okay, I've got a crafting bench, stone cutter. You. I'm going to take both of those. Though we do need to make a quick run to the resource world. To grab some ice. Just for spawn proofing. The tunnel doesn't need to be very big. Because it's not very long. Oh. But we need to make it better than dirt. It won't be anything fancy. We may want... Ooh, I wonder about some stone. Makes me smile each time. People have put signs next to my sign. Just to say hi. Hoppity hoppity hoppity. I should remember to grab a boat. What I'm going to have to do is leave a chest at the end of the tunnel. Or start of the tunnel, whatever you want to call it. With some boats in. I don't need them for my tunnel. Because it's such a short tunnel this season. It's not the 2,000 blocks like it was last season. Which isn't really surprising why it didn't get finished. Oh, I probably would have needed a boat, won't I? Right. Ice. Mesa Tiger. Where's the ice biome? This way. Ice and coral. A4 to the ice. It's really confusing this season. Where to find what I need. Coral. Okay, that way for coral. Which way for the ice? That's sand. That's gravel. Ice trays down here. Okay. Ice trays. Somebody's built some ice trays. That's cool. Oh, it looks like we've got a resource with the clay blocks. Ooh, that might be worth my going looking for that at some point in the next few days so that we can work on the wall. The garden wall, because they're brick. If we got those, that's fantastic. I'll put a few seed blocks back in afterwards. Still sounds like breaking glass to me. How are we doing? I think the problem is you get used to the biomes being a certain way. It takes a little bit of getting used to when they've changed slightly. Fun noise when you're collecting it, yeah. You're going to be doing the same. You need a lot of brick this season, yeah. I was thinking of villagers, but if we now have a biome that has the clay blocks, that will make life so much easier. Or I can just smelt them instead. I just want to make sure I've got enough, otherwise I will end up coming back. Not sure who's logged on. I missed the chat. Bless it. Right. We need to put some seed ice back in. So what have we got? It's not a lot, but oh, hello, zombie. I see. Oh, I see. There's another side as well. I didn't notice that side. That's okay. We don't need. Right. Just gonna seed a couple of these with these bits. Should hopefully help. Hello, Husk. You can stay over there. Right. Just gonna go take a quick look at. Oh, I hear you. Where's my axe? Come on. One more. Smite on the axe for the win. Where are you? Oh, hello. Come on. Oh, okay. I need a... Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna need to get rid of that. Thank you for the follow, Wissy. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let's get... Grab a few more. Seeing as we're here, we might as well. How are we doing? I know it's a bit weird filling it in to take it out. But I heard footsteps behind me then. Still a lot quicker way to get. And there's moss here too. I went looking for moss the other day in the shopping district, but somebody was kind enough to give me some. I'll head back to base in a second. Right, gives us plenty. Moss farm at resource spawn unlimited. Yeah, I wasn't aware there was one there, which were. But now that I'm aware of this, he's a happy bunny. Well, that's good. It's giving it a chance to freeze over at this edge. Or is this a different... Oh, this is a different set of trays. Okay. But they are freezing over, so that's not too bad. Yeah. Oh, thank you for that, because I didn't have a clue where to go empty head. It was a case of I was looking at it and it was all ocean, and it's a case of, well, which way, which direction? And then we drove round in a circle on the island. I didn't realise it was 800 blocks out. So I really do appreciate your help with that. Thank you very much. Now I know where the biome is for all this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.5 stacks. That wasn't bad for a few minutes work. Oh, am I... That's a resource never. I want spawn. Filler or nothing. So. I tell you what's funny. The build I was thinking of planning. I'd started work on it just before season start, and it has a tree in it. Yeah, 44 shulkers of it, and that resource area will make it easier. Can you fortune those blocks and get more out of fortune? Or is it like snow and it's set to 4 only? It is fortunable. Oh, that's awesome. Oh no, it's set to 4. Okay. Well, it's not as quite as awesome, but it's still good that we don't have to worry too much about it. Have I gone too far? Nope, I don't think we have. I seem to remember the public wool farm is not far from where I'm based. Thinking of which, I was going to do the tuft, wasn't I? I'm wondering if I should use brick to match the build theme instead. Let's pop you down. Okay, we'll use the tuff as the underlying layer. Hang on, I want to see how much more... How much higher is the ice is on this dirt path. So the ice should be 1 block above this one, which means this block needs to be switched to an underlying block. Let's bump things off. There we go. You can go there, you can go here. You're a plant, so you can go in the plant box. Dirt and grass. Moss. I will just stick moss in here for the moment. Got ice. Got you. Right, so you may always get 4, so... I have some brick to be going on with, so it's not too bad. I need to set up a furnace array, I think. One of these rooms needs to be for the furnace. But to do the furnace array, I also need to set up a bamboo farm. I keep coming across more and more things to do. But it's a matter of, is it worth it? Because this is only the starter area and I'm not using brick in the main build. Not of the normal brick variant anyway. Right, so you're coming out, you're going in. We'll put you in with plants. Glass. Go here. Right. Bricks. Take those with us. I'm thinking of... okay. I was thinking of taking the theme of this with us. But dark oak is burnable, so we'd have to make sure there's no lava anywhere near us. How much granite do we have? Not a great deal. Andesite? A little bit, but that's not... Okay. We will use the tuff as the underlying layer for the because I have plenty of tuff. So it's not really going to be missed. Then I can put ice on top of it. And I'll need to move the portal up a block. I'll need to sort out that. Because if I do end up using dark oak, that would cause me a problem. It needs to be tall enough to fly down, but seeing as we were able to fly down a 2.5 block tunnel all last season, something a bit taller isn't going to be a problem. It doesn't have to be massive. Hang on. No, that needs to be ice. Pretty sure that said... I said that had to be ice. Which meant this layer needed to be the underlying block. What am I doing? Being dippy again, that's what I'm doing. Let's grab this shovel. Let's see, some... But I want 2 wide for the ice. And then we want a path on each side for walking. Probably at least another 2 wide for that. Then means I need a block for the wall and a block for the detail. So that's 2, 4, 6. That's 10 wide. 10. Ooh. We'll have to look. See if we've got playroom. Because we've got a neighbour right next to us. Remember, we only need to take it up to this. We don't need to take it farther than this wall, really. Right. We'll leave that there. We can always knock this out afterwards. And this can be knocked out when the final wall comes in. So let's make sure I've got the middle line first. Okay. See if we can rescue some of this dirt. But I think most of it's going to end up in the lava. That noise always makes me jump. He sounds like an angry Enderman. Or an angry mob of some kind. Okay. So. Right, so what kind of theme do we want? We may get away with doing dark oak. But if I'm going to use dark oak, I want to put an outer box around it. That way if it does catch fire, I can still walk down the tunnel. The last thing I want is it to burn down and then me be stuck on one side of it without resources. It wouldn't be much fun. Okay, man. So this really needs to be 6 wide. We're going to use a half slab on top of this. That was a ghast, bless it. Oh no, it wasn't, it was a blaze. Hello, Blaze. I was thinking it was a ghast. At least it didn't put my portal out. You heard a villager. I just heard the whoosh of the fire as it came past us. Yeah, so yeah. And the thing is, the tunnel has to be spawn proof. That way nothing gets into the main tunnel. What's up to, man? Yeah. Right, so if it is... six wide, I want the height to be twice. Your sniffer egg you used for decoration just hatched. Ouch. Now you got a sniffer where you don't want a sniffer. So if it's 6, it'd be 12 tall. Though I suppose I could do at 9 if need be. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do with the design. We've got room, because there's a few blocks still between me and my neighbour. Okay, so we need some more of those. We'll have to kind of enclose the portal, I guess, a little bit, but I want to keep that accessible. We're going to grab a drink, won't be a second. The tunnels made you appreciate the sneak toggle feature. Yep, I can understand that, Ali. All 3 of the sniffer eggs hatched. Ooh, 3 snippers in your base or in your house. Yeah. I think we had a sniffer farm at one time on one season, didn't we? Didn't use them much though. We just put them in as kind of a petting zoo, if I remember correctly. Put those there a second. Oh, it's a half slab. That's not good. How do I get out? Yeah. Think there's an extra block here. Let's... it's somebody's block. Oh, that's okay. Oh, I know. We can do this. There we go. You made a farm because you like the flowers? Yeah. I can understand. The flowers are pretty. It's a shame they don't go into flower pots or the big pots. It'd be nice to be able to plant them. The red ones do? Okay. Why did I think they didn't? I'm not sure why I thought they didn't. Just the blue ones don't. Okay. For some reason I didn't think... Have I used the red ones? The yellow and the blue ones. I don't think I've seen the red ones. Or I haven't gathered too many of the red ones. I'll have to check them out sometime. I've probably seen them and just forgotten about them. Oh, the yellow ones. Okay. I thought I tried them in the hallway last season. Ah, the accent colour, yeah. That makes sense. Or maybe I did and I thought they were too small in the big pots. That's probably it. It was probably that they looked small in the big pots. And we switched to bamboo and the pink cherry leaves instead, because it made it look bigger. I think that's what it was. I'm just misremembering. Right, so I'm a block too low down, aren't I? Yeah, these two should be higher up. Oh, there is smooth stone, not smooth. The old smooth stone, the one you cook. That doesn't have a half slab variant, does it? Or does it? Trying to remember. It may do. Let's go check. Because that might look nice as a pavement. It does. Awesome. And I can put that on top of here. And we can put some false houses in, kind of thing. Maybe some false cottages. Yeah, the pale one. The one that you cook to get the block. You may be right that it does. It's been a while since I've used. Yeah, because don't you have to use it for armor stands? The half slabs? I think you're right. I'm not worried about this just yet because we will sort that out. Go sideways. And we'll fill the missing blocks in. I'm not very good at placing blocks sideways. Okay. This is just an underlying block, nothing special. The ice will go on there. And I can't put a lighting block there because it'll melt the ice. Oh. I'm wondering if I should... Hang on. 1, 2, 3. How close are we to... We could just do the 3. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking it's too narrow. I'm thinking the ice... Probably... I've got a pavement on this side and a pavement on this side. I'm thinking this should be 4. It looks kind of squished to me. Oh, that's... But then it doesn't have to be ice. I was saying that earlier. We can kind of have it maybe as a path. And in which case I don't need the 2 on either side, so... Let's take this out. So in which case the brick and the granite I can always make the portal a tiny bit bigger. Because the granites... What am I doing then? Hang on, I need to think this through properly. The ice path is on this level. I was going to do the half slabs on that level, which would be fine. In which case this should be a solid. Maybe. You have to be awkward. Of course you do. Hello. I see you. We'll deal with the... Hello. Hang on, let's switch it. No, we want this purely because it's got looting on it. No, it didn't matter. I didn't get one of the skulls. I want those. I don't want the sword. Never mind. Yeah, they still barely move at the moment. I guess the flame came through the portal. Ooh, dripstone would have be the other option for those. Never mind. Let's grab the granite. There isn't a great deal of granite. We need to go grab more. Put the dirt away. At least we rescued a few stacks of it. Woods. Warped block is nether stuff. Lighting is here. Okay, if we're not doing ice, then we can put in lighting. Where's the lighting blocks? 60 out of those. Okay. Okay. I took them out when I shouldn't have done. We're going to end up with 2 layers. We're going to end up stepping down into the tunnel instead of stepping up. In fact, 4 may be enough now, rather than the 6. The 2 extra side ones can be part of the side walls if need be. And the ice will come in handy elsewhere. But I definitely will need to put a back out on in case that portal. Not sure what we're going to do with it just yet. But I can't afford to have a blaze. Shooting into the tunnel if I'm going to be using wood in the build. So I'm just gonna build a little bit of a wall at the moment. And I'll worry about this bit afterwards. Right, so... need to knock some of those out because they're weird. I need to put more in. I'll end up taking some out and putting other bits in. Just randomise things for the moment. Right. Switch to granite. I'll worry about the polished granite in a minute. It still makes me jump, does that sound? It really sounds like an Enderman. An angry end, almost like an angry Enderman, I should say. It's not quite. Right, so how are we doing for polished? Gonna need to add extra bits in. $14. And let's put there. Got you two. I want. You. I want. Right. Kind of doing a garden path. I want... Oh, we'll use moss. We can use moss carpet and hide light underneath it. And it'll still be green because the grass in the nether's terrible looking. Go grab the moss. And we can plant some flowers on the edge of it. Grab the right one. Okay, so you didn't pop. I don't know why. You should have done. Okay. I'll need to double check the redstone. Maybe I also need to put another layer under here. So I'm wondering if some of them are popping down. Hang on, I'm going to need more than 3 stacks. I want lighting blocks, so I have a few. Frog lights. We're going to be stingy with them until later in the season. We can always replace them then. I'm going to need to use a side passage for the moment. Okay, so some of these will be switched out. Probably green concrete powder would give it a lawn effect. I really should put an extra block under here, just in case something decides to shoot at it and set it afire. You got a block. Where does the blocks start? Where? Okay. And I think we're going to do some mock house fronts. with tiny mock paths coming off to doorways, but we will seal behind the doors so that if anybody actually opens them, they won't fall down and have issues. They don't want to cause people problems. No, we're not there, silly. Oops, let's be careful. We have a ton of brick. Tough bricks, that is, but I do need the tough bricks for the other build. That's okay, we'll figure it out. Need to be careful how close I'm getting to this build. I wonder if I still have some green dye. I grabbed some from the XP farm earlier when I used it. Whoops. So I got a couple of stacks. I think I used most of it for the green terracotta. I'm just being very cautious. I know I shouldn't really need to be this cautious. Just guaranteed I'll misstep and end up in that lava pool. Because that's what happens. Okay. No. Go grab some concrete powder. Green, hopefully. Wrong way. One, two. Put you away for the moment. Way. You can go. Oh, nope, I don't want you. You. Two. We have 32 dye. Okay. Just enough for what? Let's see if it does what I need it to do. Ooh, is it going to be spawnable though? Technically it'd be spawnable. So I think I'm going to have to, hang on. We'll have to go buy some more. Afterwards, we can use what we've got. It doesn't matter what colour because they're going to be hidden. But that was that was a stack, so we need both of those. So what have we got? Stack. Can use both of these. Gonna leave that one there. No, I'm not. I think I'm going to be a few short. We'll have to go buy some more. Okay. I'm not going to use a green concrete. The green concrete will be used elsewhere. So we need carpet. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to have to get the tough bricks and enclose it with tough bricks. But I need to figure out what we're going to do first. Yeah. Let's top these ones off as well. But we'll go buy more. Okay, so ouch, starved to death, that's not good. So I'm going to need snow blocks. I'm going to need dark oak logs. I'm going to need some more of these trapdoors. I'm thinking of putting that kind of fronting into the put you away. Concrete. Don't have a box for concrete yet. Puff. You can go here. It can go there. We have you and you. And how much snow do we have? We have a little bit of snow, not enough. We're going to need bricks. I'm going to have to detail as well, which means I'm going to need to get more granite. That'll help us to sort that out, but I need... So, let's start on this side. So what we'd have is you. Then a lighting block here. But this would also be brick. I'm gonna take you out afterwards. Hi Pillar of Nothing, thank you for the follow, I really appreciate it. How much space do we have? I think we have a couple of blocks still. I'm just going to put this layer in. We'll switch some of the blocks out afterwards. At least it is a solid block and not a burnable. Which means this one here needs to be this. It's just a hidden block. We'll put the dark oak on it. And whatever else we come up with, it will need to, may use some more moss carpet to hide it. And we just need to figure out how wide these highs. Keep forgetting to not sleep as you'll slow. Oh yeah, sleeping is a thing. I keep getting attacked by phantoms. Bless them. Right. Okay. That would work. We can have the upper layer hang over slightly. It might make the tunnel a bit... okay, that'll do. Because Tudor houses overhung anyway into the road. Not that the roads were usually brick. They were usually dirt and what have you, but... So we may end up switching out some of these, but we'll figure it out. It might be worth putting it as cobble and mossy cobble and stuff like that at the half slab height. Oh, hello. Now, Colin, what can you say? Not what I needed. You can go away. You can go away for the moment. Right. This would be a couple of blocks. Doesn't matter if it's those or not. Oh, well. They went in the wrong place, but hey, not the end of the world. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch those out and use mossy cobble, and maybe a stone variant, or maybe an andesite, because they all have the half slabs. My problem is this. I think I'm going to need to put that to carpet as well, that other level. I was thinking of planting plants there, but I may have to be very careful about how much of it I do, and only put it in the right place. Right, so we'll go grab some more moss carpet in a minute. Oh, I say that, and we're at 5 to 9, so we're almost hitting the 3-hour mark, which is where we'll call it at the weekends. But we'll get as far as we can before then. What I will do off stream. Hi, Uncle Krusty. Thank you for the ghast and making me jump out of my skin. How long is the tunnel? It's not very long. It's about 100 blocks maximum, I think. Let's just have a look. 112 blocks from here to the 0 line, which is the middle of the main nether tunnel. Yeah, definitely heart attack. Working in the nether with the gas going off. Yep. Let's see. We're at. Yeah, 100 blocks. Right, so let's go grab some carpet. Moss carpet, that is. And I'm going to put this stuff away so I don't lose it if I fall in the lava, because that would not be a good thing. Because I do need to spawn proof it. Where were you? You were over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I'm surprised we don't get more moss carpet out of moss. Considering to make a full block height of snow takes 7 or 8 of them, which are about the same height as the carpets, but I guess they use the same recipe, same coding for as you would for wool carpets. I'll just knock out the ones we need to knock out when we get to putting in the wood. Why did I stop there? Don't have a clue why I stopped there, but I did. Kind of silly. Let's see if I can get some of these in before the server restarts, and then we'll see who we can find who's streaming. Well, at least we got to... Yep, we got them in. That's good. Right, so let's see who is streaming. Let's open up in a new tab. Oh, Elwyn's streaming. Elwyn plays on Titancraft. So I'm going to grab Elwyn and I will send you all Elwyn's way, okay? Yeah, we'll have a stream tomorrow, same time, 3 hours. Okay, and we'll continue working on the nether tunnel then. Raid Elwyn. Okay, you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care, have fun, and enjoy the weekend. Let's wait for it to pop up. See you all later. Bye now.